This shouldn't be stressful for parents. This shouldn't be stressful for students. This should be an experience for everybody to just have a wonderful sense of what is possible. Hi, my name is Glenn Water. I'm the program director here at Prepory. In this role, I am responsible for all curricular and instructional decisions at Prepory. These decisions are all meant to ensure the best outcomes for our students. In this role, I draw from my 10 years of experience, of which 5 years was doing college counseling in the Bay Area, and then also my PhD that focused on curriculum and instruction.
I'm Taylor Piva. I have the pleasure of being program manager at Prepory. I draw on my experiences of being a part-time coach previously, a part-time essay specialist, then lead coach. So I've worn a lot of hats at Prepory, and now I have the pleasure of leading our writing team, which is the writing specialists who deliver our feedback to students on any of their application materials, as well as the things that lead up to that, including resumes, summer program applications, so on and so forth. I also lead the development of our curriculum that our coaches use to deliver our services to their students. I'm also the person who is leading our expansion into the graduate admissions space. So I support our clients who are hoping to apply to graduate programs.
I am Kyle Stein. I am the Client Success Director here at Prepory. My main responsibility is managing our relationships with our parents and ensuring that they have an excellent experience while the rest of our program team and our coaches guide their children through the college admissions process. A lot of changes of day in and day out responsibilities, but with the sort of main overarching function of ensuring that parents feel understood and comfortable with all the work that we are doing with their children.
My name is Daniel Santos. I'm the CEO of Prepory College Admissions Counseling. I have the best job in the world of leading 60 of the most dedicated college admissions professionals in our space. So at Prepory, we have a lot of different clients. For our coaches, their client is their student, the person that they're meeting with in sessions day in and day out, the person that they're building extracurricular activities with, learning about their summer programs, collaborating on applications. For our Director of Client Success, our client is our parent, and we do a really great job of collaborating with parents to bridge the gap. As most parents will probably tell you, teenagers really don't want to listen to what their parents are saying, and our team gets to be the objective third party that makes the thing that mom is saying go from annoying to actually really exciting and being a thing that I want to do. So really focus on bridging that gap for our students and making sure that our parents have peace of mind knowing that their students are in great hands, doing exactly what they need to do to be the best applicant they can be, and that our students feel heard, feel cared about, and get to go to sessions with someone that's exciting, someone that's looking to drive their vision, their personality to the forefront of their applications.
So client-centricity at Prepory, ensuring that while our students are receiving excellent service from our coaches and from the rest of our team, that the client, in this case, our parents, are well informed of all the work that we are doing with their students, that they are comfortable and understanding of the process that we are making, and that they are receiving their own form of guidance as part of the work that we're doing, so they are not feeling lost or misunderstood, while maintaining the ability to take into their concerns and their considerations as part of this process, and maintaining the balance between ensuring that we are doing what is the best for our students and the best for our families and our parents. A Prepory Parent Check-In is a chance for our parents to hop into a call with their coach and another member of the leadership team to receive an update on their students' progress. While they receive updates sort of in written form week over week from the work that they're doing, we do find that it's incredibly useful and incredibly important for these parents to be able to come in, hear a little bit more detailed or specific information from their coach, but more importantly, to have a built-in set of time to come to us with questions. We really don't want there to be a situation where a parent feels, again, left out on an island or isolated from the progress that is being made. And we also don't want to be put in a situation where they feel the need to come to us with those questions. We want to be able to reach out to them, bring them into that call, ensure that they are receiving all the information that they need to understand that process. And then if they do have questions or concerns, we are there to support them.
You might think we want to tell you that you're competitive to go to Stanford, but the truth is, if you're not competitive to go to Stanford, it's important that we tell you that, not just in that initial enrollment conversation or when you're working with your coach, who of course is your advocate and rooting for you, but the way that they do that best is by being honest with you throughout the process, by making sure that the college list that you've built is balanced. Of course, having high fly reaches in there, that are your dream schools and places that you've been aspiring to since you were a young kid, but also making sure that you're doing everything you can to be strategic in this application process, meaning loving your matches, loving your safeties, having reaches that are worth reaching for. And oftentimes it might feel like, why aren't you telling me what I want to hear? But as the expert that you trusted, we're telling you what you need to hear. Even if maybe just a little bit, the first time you hear it, it stings.
In my role as program manager, I think one of the exciting parts is that I oversee the interactions with a lot of different students, and I see the background work that goes into how we're supporting them, whether that's through the writing team, through things like committee review where we're reviewing their materials. And so I think the best part of working with students is knowing the ins and outs of how we're supporting them and all of the different touch points that we're getting to really develop who they are as human beings, as applicants to college, as future adults who are going to make meaningful impact in the world. So last application cycle, I had the pleasure of working with a student who came to us with the idea that potentially they were interested in theater production and design, as well as potentially environmental science. And in the course of my conversations with this student, we recognized that their true goal is to study theater production design, work behind the scenes. This is what they were truly passionate in. And their dream college was Ithaca College in upstate New York. Their parents had a different perspective of how they thought their student might embark on their college journey. And so as the coach, my job was really to focus on the students' goals, how to get them into Ithaca College, and make sure that they felt supported in how we embarked on that journey. And then I worked very closely with Kyle to make sure the parents were on board with that.
And then I had the pleasure of working with the parents, working with Taylor and the student to help bridge that gap between the parents' understanding and sort of initial expectations of what they saw as best for their student and their understanding of what their next steps were going to be, and working on informing them as to our process, the role of college admissions in general, and the ideal outcomes for their child, and how in the long run sort of ensuring that that student ended up in a program and an institution that was a wonderful fit for them for the 4 or more years that they were going to be there was ultimately the proper and best end goal. And trying to maneuver outside of that, while it feels like it has its merits at times, puts the student at a disadvantage, and in the long run is best for the student and also the parent, in this case the client, to get that kid where they are ideally meant to be.
The best part about working with our students is surprisingly actually not that moment they get that acceptance to their dream school. Yes, that's incredible. Like getting them to see that excitement when that school that they were hoping for all these years, or the school that they had just discovered was their dream school 6 months ago, getting that acceptance letter, that's great, but it's not the best. I think the best part about working with our students is when we get our kids to figure out who they were. Like, what are those core values that they have that let them know what they want to be in the future, as well as who they are then and then in the past. But the great thing about it is that that discovery is actually what helps them to get into that school. And so that sort of like dual experience, I think, is what makes this work incredible.